Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're wearing your sunglasses today like my little smiley guy. Please open up your grammar workbook to page 132. I have something new to show you today about one of our conjunctions, and that is the conjunction or. I want you to circle the word or right there. It says, remember, if a compound subject, that means we have two subjects, two people or two things being talked about in our subject of our sentence. If we are going to use the conjunction or, it can either be, that means our verb can either be singular or plural depending on the subject that is closer to the verb. The verb has to agree in number with the closer subject. So let me show you what that means. Right here we have this sentence in the example, Winston or, we're going to notice that we have or the boys, is playing or are playing. Well, it sounds like if both of them were playing, it would be are playing. But we have or, which means either this guy or these guys are playing. The rule in English is whichever one is closer to the verb, that's the one you look at to pick your verb. So we ignore Winston, sorry Winston, and in order to pick which verb, we just look at the second one. The boys is playing or are playing? Well, the boys is plural. So the boys are playing basketball tonight. If you were here and you have an or, we're noticing this is only when it's an or, either the boys or Winston, well, the boys are playing up here, but look at the order of the subjects. You look at the one that's closest to the verb. So we're going to cover up the first one because we have the word or there. That means either this one or this one. So we're going to only look at the second one to determine which way our verb is going to be, whether it's singular or plural. So we have Winston is playing basketball tonight. Okay, so when we have a compound subject using the conjunction or, do we look at the first subject or the second subject to pick our verb? Correct, the second subject. Let's practice right here on page 132. We're going to circle the correct verb that goes with the compound subject in each of the following sentences. And you're going to mark through, or you're going to actually underline, let's do it that way, the one that you're paying attention to. Let's read. The neighbors or Grandpa Fred. I want you to put your little wings around or. Now we're only talking about one of these guys. So I want you to cover up neighbors and underline Grandpa Fred. Now pick which one fits. Grandpa Fred often drives or often drive the kids. Grandpa Fred often, which would it be? Drives, exactly. So we would circle drives. The neighbors or Grandpa Fred often drives the kids. So when we have an or, we look at the second subject. Let's try again. Lucy or Theo. Let's make a little mark here for or. We're looking at or. So when we see the word or, we're only going to look at the second subject to determine which of these it is. Theo is coming or Theo are coming to the movies with us too. Circle the one you think. It should have been is coming. Good. All right, let's check number 3. Usually Fritz or the other boys. We have an or. Let's put our little wings around it. If we have or, we're going to cover up the first one and just look at the second one. The other boys sits or sit in the back seat. Circle what you think. Okay, it should have been sit. The other boys sit. They sit. Okay. Let's look at the or when we're using this sentence. Peggy or all the girls is asking or are asking for popcorn. Well, we've got an or, so we're going to cover up the first subject and only look at the second one. All the girls is asking or all the girls are asking for popcorn. All the girls are asking because we're just looking at the second subject here to determine our verb. Let's see this last one. The aunts or just Grandma Lola. Well, let's take a look at our conjunction. It is the or conjunction, which means we're only going to look at Grandma Lola because she's closer to the verb. Just Grandma Lola is meeting us there or are meeting us there? Just Grandma Lola is meeting us there. So what you've learned here is you have a powerful conjunction when you use or, because you have to pick one or the other to determine your verb. And the second one that's closest to your verb is always going to have the stronger pull. It's going to decide your verb, but only when you're talking about the conjunction or. Ooh, tricky, tricky. Please turn your page. We're going to skip page 135. So you're going to skip, whoops, my smiley guy ran away. You're going to skip this page and you're going to turn to page 134. Sorry, you're going to skip 133. See how I can't count? I need to go back to math class with you folks. You can teach me how to count. Here we have page 134. I'll put it down here, 134, because my copy erased it. 134. To see. We're going to do this first one together, and then I'm going to set you off on your own for the next one. You can check it with me. There are some strange things happening in this lesson, so you want to pay close attention to how to do these. Let's begin with our first sentence here. We read it first. Near the forest, the turtle and the rabbit have a race. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Near the forest. Ooh, near the forest is a prepositional phrase. Near is a preposition. Near what? Forest. Object of the preposition. Which forest? The. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are there any other prepositional phrases? The turtle and the rabbit have a race. I don't see any others. So let's get our principal elements next. Near the forest, the turtle and the rabbit have a race. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about turtle and rabbit. We have a compound subject. And is the conjunction. Put your wings around that, please. Showing that those two subjects are connected. This sentence tells us that turtle and rabbit have. So have is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. Turtle and rabbit have what? Ooh, race. So race is the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. Which race? A race. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which rabbit? The rabbit. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which turtle? The turtle. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are we done? No. Have where? Near the forest is an adverbial element because it modifies the verb and it is a prepositional phrase. We have to keep that. This is a modifier. Don't leave it out. Excellent. Let's look at letter B. Actually, you're going to look at letter B without me and see how much of it you can find. The sly fox and the brown hedgehog wait for the turtle. You analyze that and come back to me to play. All right, let's take a look at it together. The sly fox and the brown hedgehog wait for the turtle. How kind. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? The sly fox and the brown hedgehog wait for the turtle. Yes, for the turtle is a prepositional phrase. For is a preposition. For what? Turtle. Object of the preposition. Which turtle? The. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are there any other prepositional phrases in this sentence? The sly fox and the brown hedgehog wait for the turtle. Nope. Principal elements. The sly fox and the brown hedgehog wait for the turtle. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about the fox and hedgehog. So fox and hedgehog are the subjects and is the conjunction. Mark that, please. This sentence tells us that fox and hedgehog wait. So wait is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. They wait where? For the turtle. So for the turtle is an adverbial element modifying the verb, and it is a prepositional phrase. Which hedgehog, or what kind of hedgehog? Brown is an adjective because it modifies the noun. Which hedgehog? The. Adjective because it modifies the noun. What kind of fox? A sly fox. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which fox? The. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are all of our modifiers connected to something that has a line under it? Yes. Then we are completed. This next one might try to trip you up. Don't let it. Slowly, the turtle crawls along the path. You try it. Okay, let's give it a try. Slowly, the turtle crawls along the path. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Slowly, the turtle crawls along the path. Yes, along the path is a prepositional phrase. Along is a preposition. Along what? Path. Object of the preposition. Which path? The. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Any other prepositional phrases? Slowly the turtle crawls. Nope. Principal elements. Slowly the turtle crawls along the path. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about turtle. So turtle is your subject. This sentence tells us that turtle crawls. So crawls is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Which turtle? The turtle. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Crawls where? Along the path. This is an adverbial element because it modifies the verb and it is a prepositional phrase. Crawls how? Slowly. So slowly is a simple adverb because it modifies the verb. If everything that is not underlined is pointing to an underlined, we are done. That means all of our modifiers are taken care of. Excellent. Let's take a look at our last one. At the end, does the turtle or the rabbit learn the lesson? Remember, we have a question mark here that should tell you that you have split your helping verb and your main verb. Keep that in mind as you analyze that sentence. Begin. All right, let's give it a try together. See how yours goes. At the end, does the turtle or the rabbit learn the lesson? Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal, elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Yes. At the end. At is a prepositional phrase. At is a preposition. At what? End, object of the preposition. Which end? The end. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Any other prepositional phrases in this sentence? Does the turtle or the rabbit learn the lesson? Nope. So let's principal elements. At the end, does the turtle or the rabbit learn the lesson? This is a sentence and it is interrogative. This sentence is about a turtle and rabbit. So turtle and rabbit are the compound subject. Or is your conjunction. Be sure and mark that, please. This sentence tells us that turtle or rabbit learn. So learn is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Learn what? Lesson. Spelling word. So lesson is the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. Which lesson? The lesson. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which rabbit? The rabbit. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which turtle? The turtle. Adjective because it modifies the noun. I left something out. I just realized that I have this does hanging on here. If that has happened to you when you analyze, you can go back and say, does. Rabbit does learn. Rabbit does learn would be part of my predicate. It would be my helping verb. Does learn. I did that on purpose to show you that sometimes when you have a long interrogative sentence, you might forget that there's a helping verb hanging out here at the beginning of your sentence. The good news is you'll always go back and find it as you go back through your words and go, wait a minute, does learn, that's part of our verb, okay? Does learn when at the end, adverbial element because it modifies the verb and it is the prepositional phrase. Good. Check that yours looks like mine. Make any corrections you need to. You will do this part on your own. You will add a verb after the compound subject. Grandma and grandpa finish the sentence. Give me some verbs, direct objects, whatever you think sounds good. Make sure you think about that clearly. Turning then to page 135, you are also going to do this page on your own. B, will mom or the girls blank? You have a question mark here. You have an or here. I want you to underline girls, please, and circle or. You are not going to think of mom when you do this sentence. You're going to think of will the girls something, because this word right here is going to tell you how to use your verb, just like we did in our practice sentences at the beginning of our lesson. Letter C, Fritz and Lucy finish out that sentence. What happens to them? Number 3, this is pretty fun. Imagine there's a hedgehog at the race between the turtle and the rabbit. There's a hedgehog there. With that in mind, write a sentence about it. Underline this, please. Include a compound subject. I want you to put that means 2 things at the beginning of your sentence. See, I put equals 2, a compound subject. There's a hedgehog and either the turtle or the rabbit. You're going to pick 2 and write a sentence about that. I'm looking forward to seeing what those look like. Thanks for your attention.